What comes to your mind when talking about Nubia? Unique design, powerful camera, or the only under-screen camera? Anyway, today I got the new Nubia Z70 Ultra. As Nubia's flagship, how does the new Ultra perform? The screen panel comes from BOE, and the pixel is the same as the previous generation, the same diamond pixel. However, if you look closely, the blue and green subpixels in the previous generation of the under-screen camera area have a very obvious deformation. Not only smaller but also close to round. Only the red subpixels has slightly shrunk in the Z70 Ultra. With smaller subpixel changes, it is not difficult to understand why the under-screen camera is almost invisible this time. According to our conventional understanding, such dense pixels will definitely degrade the selfish camera. But in the actual shooting, whether it is the hair or the highlight, the Z70 Ultra will have more advantage than the previous Z60 Ultra. The Starry Night edition will be more like an oil painting than the previous. The visual experience of the back of the previous generation of the Starry Night edition is still relatively flat. And the Z70 Ultra has added a macro etching process which will be similar to the brush strokes of oil painting. In the light, different parts have different refractive effects. Very unique. When you hold it in your hand, the Z70 Ultra will be more rounded, mainly because the metal frame has a new curved design on both sides, which can significantly improve the texture. Half press the camera button to focus and fully press it to take a photo. There's also a vibration effect when the focus is achieved. People like photography should be very familiar with this. In addition to the camera button, the sliding button can also be customized to multiple functions, most of which can be used in sleep mode. Now let's take a look at our lab test. This 1.5K screen from BOE uses Q9 Plus materials, with a manual maximum brightness of 700 nits and a full screen peak brightness of 1540 nits. Compared with the previous generation, the improvement in brightness is very significant. There are three modes: standard, vivid, and soft. The default standard mode is suitable for most people. It is kind of a color style that cannot be wrong. The bright mode is biased towards the look and feel, providing a cooler color temperature and a bright color style. The soft mode provides the most accurate color among the three modes. The average delta E under sRGB is only 1.54, which is suitable for users who require color accuracy. It's time for game, our old friend Genshin Impact. But this time, the test was conducted on a brand new area, Neptune. The frame rate is almost a straight line without jitters. The temperature is a little high, but the good news is that a hot spot is the screen surface, not the back of the phone I'm holding at all times. In Honor of Kings, it can easily run to 120 FPS with only 3.4 watts. I don't want to explain too much, this game is too easy for 8 Elite. In the golden hour area of Honkai Star Rail, the frame rate performance of the game is still very good. And please know that the frame rate drop here is caused by game loading, not lagging. The temperature, why would Nubia choose such a radical strategy on a non-gaming phone? The Nubia Z70 Ultra uses a 6150 mAh battery. We use the battery life test mode 5.0. After 5 hours of battery life test, the remaining capacity is 46%. In the next 4 hours of heavy load test, the Z70 Ultra run for 1 hour of Genshin, 1 hour of Star Rail, and 60 minutes of PUBG Mobile. Totally run out the battery, use 7 hours and 16 minutes. This score has exceeded the 6500 mAh battery Red Magic 9S Pro. This time, we also tested the battery life of the standard version with the same battery capacity, and the total score was 7 hours and 12 minutes. The difference of 4 minutes between the Starry Night edition and the standard version can be regarded as an error during the test. The Z70 Ultra supports a maximum of 80 watts charging. It only takes 39 minutes to charge from 1 to 100%. Compared with other flagships, this is relatively fast among 80 watts. It also supports charging separation, which not only reduces the heat generated by the battery, but also prolongs the battery's lifetime. In terms of camera, the Z70 Ultra uses the 35mm main camera, 85mm telephoto camera, and 18mm ultra wide. It is worth noticing that the main camera supports f1.59 to f4.0 variable aperture. This should be the only flagship phone released recently that supports this feature. Here we use iPhone 16 Pro Max for comparison, but due to the different focal length, this is not a completely fair comparison. It is just a reference. Let's start with these daytime photos. The two have similar looks and colors, but if you zoom in on the details, Z70 Ultra still has a little more advantage. The same advantage also appears in this scene. In night photos, look at the details and noise. Z70 Ultra is the clear winner. In short, the Z70 Ultra has found a delicate balance between personality and usability. After reaching the first echelon in terms of conventional indicators, it also has its own thinking. I also hope that there will be more and more such good products on the market. So this is the Nubia Z70 Ultra review. Hope you like it. This is YLab channel. We will see you soon.